y'all. Listen to me. The human world, it's a mess. Life under the sea is better than anything they got up there. And the seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake. You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake. Just look at the world around you.
Hello and welcome to Environmental News. Today we are your hosts, Meygan and Maci. Our topic today is coastal wetlands. Yeah. Wetlands are considered in between areas that are neither land nor water. They're a transition zone that has both land and water characteristics. The most important factor that determines the character of a wetland is the hydrology. The hydrology is defined as the amount of water the wetland receives and how long it stays there. Wetlands are important to rivers because the plants and the soil cleans the water before it runs into the river. One way that wetlands are important is that they reduce the severity of floods by acting as natural detention areas. So instead of oceans and rivers being flooded, they act as barriers so they don't flood over. Human activity has been a major threat to wetlands because of agriculture and suburban sprawl. Suburban sprawl harms wetlands because humans mine for oil and natural gas. Different types of coastal wetlands are estuaries, salt marshes, mangrove swamps, and rocky and sandy shores. And now we are going to take a commercial break. Oh my gosh, don't you wish you knew how to Dougie? Yes! That's all I want.
Wait,
I don't know.
Dougie? I can teach you how to Dougie.
You can?
Yeah, alright, here we go.
Wow, you're pretty good at that!
I know, I thought you had a Dougie. Come on.
Okay, let's do it.
Here we go.
How do you do it?
Like this.
Like
Just do
this.
this. Just this. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Alright, thank you. Estuary is a place where fresh water, rivers, and streams flow into the ocean, and it mixes with the seawater. Birds, fish, and other wildlife are found in estuaries as a major habitat. The cradle of the ocean is the most appropriate title for estuaries. The reason why is because more than 70% of Florida's recreationally and commercially important fishes, crustaceans, and shellfish spend part of their lives in estuaries, usually when they are young, but they live here throughout all stages of their lives. The type of fish are snook, trout, mullet, jack, grouper, redfish, silver perch, spot, catfish, sheepshead, spiny lobster, shrimp, crabs, oysters, and clams. They're major spots for people to fish, swim, and enjoy the wildlife. Something that's cool about estuaries is that they are protected from the full force of the ocean by mudflats and sand pits. They're also known as being called bays, lagoons, and harbors. Next, we are going to move to salt marshes. Salt marshes are coastal wetlands that are rich in marine life. They are also known as tidal marshes because they occur in the zone between low and high tides. There are many plants found in the salt marshes, but the colors that they are usually gray, brown, and green. Salt marshes are important because they house several animals in all of their stages of their life, and animals can hide from predators in the vegetation. And now we are going to take a commercial break.
You know where I've always wanted to go?
Where?
An estuary.
Oh my gosh, let's go!
Let's go!
Alright! Oh my gosh, those fish are so cool. Look at the shrimp and the trout and the snook and the clams. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. We should come here just every weekend.
Yeah.
Next, we have mangrove swamps. And mangrove swamps are coastal wetlands that are found in tropical and subtropical regions. Mangrove swamps are characterized by salt-loving trees, shrubs, and other plants that grow in salty tidal water. They are also found in estuaries. They're known for their impossible maze of woody vegetation. Plants that dominate this wetland are mangrove trees because they are able to survive in both freshwater and saltwater. They usually function as nurseries for shrimp and fish. When they are pregnant, they go to mangrove swamps to give birth and reproduce. Mangrove swamps help prevent shoreline erosion by shielding inland areas from severe damage during hurricanes and tidal waves. The next subject we have is sandy beaches. Sandy beaches are made up of tiny grains of sand and or crushed shells and rocks. Since they are so grainy, wind and water reshape the beach every single day, right now. In these sandy beaches, the intertidal zone is in between high and low tides. Some of the animals during the high tide burrow underneath the sand to protect themselves from drowning. For example, turtles and crabs. Yes. Crabs and turtles burrow underneath the sand so they can be protected from hurricanes and high tides, and they can protect themselves from drowning. When people are walking on the beaches, they have to be careful because since the shores are so sandy and beachy and rocky, that there are actually shells and exoskeletons of animals all along the shore, so you can harm yourself if you're not careful where you're stepping. AKA, be careful. Thank you, Megan. Brought to you live from Mr. Blackerby's class from Meygan, Maci, Madison, and Lauren. See ya! Bye!
Ariel, listen to me. The human world, it's a mess. Life under the sea is better than anything they got up there. And the seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake. You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake. Just look at the world around you, right here on the ocean.